Hey, Pookie.
Did you crack open your joint yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I was kind of waiting.
Me too. I was like, I want to do a little...
Right. Little satisfying moment. Every noise that passes by, I'm scared. Bro.
Do you know what happened?
Y'all.
It was, bro. Bad.
There was a plane crash today, like, in our area.
10 minutes from me, not even. Right after we sang happy birthday to Callie. Today's Callie's birthday. We were here singing happy birthday, and then as we were getting ready to leave, my dad's, like, he was on the phone with my brother, I guess, or he got a text from him, and he was like, plane crash, so-and-so mall. And I'm like, what? And I thought he was lying, because like, he does that sometimes. And,
literally.
And I was like, no way. And I was like searching it on Google and I couldn't find any news articles.
There was nothing.
And I'm like looking at social media. There's literally nothing. And so I called my brother. I'm like, yo, is this real? What's up? And he's like, yeah, I'm at the bar right now. People are like talking about it. It was on the Citizens app. And I'm like, what? And so literally we're like leaving the house and we stop at the gas station and all of a sudden I hear like the sirens, and I looked down the street and there's cops flying down the street, and I was like, what the fuck? And my heart started beating really fast. And then finally my cousin's boyfriend, who was in the car with us, was like, holy shit, look. And he showed me his phone and it was video of the crash, and I was like, what the fuck?
That shit's scary,
bro.
That shit was like a missile coming out the fucking sky, bro. That shit was
like, what?
Oh god,
crazy. A plane crash just happened in DC the other day.
Yeah.
And I see it and I feel for it, but the fact that this one happened so close made me have so much anxiety, and like I was just so on edge. Bro, that whole car ride from when we left the house to like we dropped off Callie and got to the bar, I was like low-key shaking the whole time.
I was bugging out. I'm like, let me take some shots. Like, literally, I was like, I need shots. I need something.
Bro, we pulled up and they come to my door with the Don Julio.
Yeah,
and I was like, hello?
She drank Widow's drink, and then I was like, okay, this one.
I'm like, okay.
Bro, everyone's in panic, bro. It was scary. It's scary.
It's really fucking scary. I don't like it. I don't know what's going on. But my prayers go out to anyone that has been affected because it's crazy.
Yeah. Really unfortunate. Anybody who was around, like, that shit's traumatizing. So scary. Let's change the subject before I fucking have a panic attack.
Before we're just sitting here, like going crazy.
I'm over here picking my nails.
No, me too. I was picking my nail polish off. Conspiracy theories, like. Oh yeah, we have Whittle here today with us.
Whittle. That's me, Whittle. She's on the floor.
Anyhow.
What's going on?
Hi guys. The Don. I feel like I've surpassed the Don. I don't know. It was like it had me at a level earlier, but now I'm like,
no, it's definitely coming down. So I'm like, can we open?
That's why we have these.
Right. Some high noon.
Should we do our intro first and then crack them open, or like?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Start chugging. Hi guys, my name is Janni.
And I'm Rach.
And this is
a Young Wolf podcast.
Yeah. I never know what to do.
Me neither. I thought we were just
okay. I just say yeah every time.
I usually say like ew or like something else.
Right.
I don't know. I just yeah.
We're just here. Alrighty.
We're just girls.
High noon.
Oh, yours is better than mine. I did mine too fast.
You did. You gotta do a little slow.
Yeah.
Widow's over there. Jazz hands. Wait, spirit fingers? What's happening? What are they called?
Jazz hands. Oh.
I got passion fruit. Oh yeah, this is what we got today. Some high noon vodka seltzer passion fruit.
I don't think I've ever had a high noon before.
I don't know that I have either. Hello. Are we gonna cheers?
I'm spilling my drink. Okay. That's what happened. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know how I feel about it.
I wish it had more flavor.
That's what I'm saying. It's bland.
Seltzer. It said it's made with real juice. Maybe we're just using that artificial shit.
Look, no high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, see. That's what we're missing is the...
To me, it just tastes like pure plain seltzer water and a little bit splash of vodka.
Yeah, we're missing the cancer part of it. The chemicals.
Not the cancer part. Help.
We're missing the carcinogens. Right. The toxins.
I want my Dr. Pepper back.
Right, I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, fuck this shit. Don't mind me.
What's happening?
I got my shirt wet. Guys, I'm wearing red. I've been like ecstatic about it all day. Big news. Big news. I'm not wearing black or gray or something.
As I'm wearing black and gray.
I'm sorry. No, because we were saying earlier how I literally never wear bright colors ever.
Yeah.
And I threw this on today because we went to this comedy show for our friend earlier. And I was like, fuck it. So yeah, I'm feeling very much like Valentine's Day vibes.
It's cute. I hope y'all tuned in last time. We had Molly on here.
We did.
That was a good one. That girl knows how to fucking speak, bro.
And I fucking love it. And I feel like sometimes she's like, bro, like, I don't like it. I'm like, girl, like, you know what to say, and you know how to say it. She's so good
at it. I don't think I really spoke during that episode.
Me neither. Barely did I speak, honestly.
Like, I don't think I said anything.
Yeah, but that's fine. Let her shine. She did amazing, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, I can't wait for more women to come on here and just take over. This is your platform. We're just hosting it. That's really what it is.
Yeah, literally. We're here to, like, make a comfy space for you and just let you speak your mind. Yeah.
For now, you have us. Sorry.
Sorry, it's just us today. So sad.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were actually going to talk about, if I'm being completely honest. What did we say?
Oh, I don't really know, to be honest. I think we've just been rambling.
What did we say? I don't know. Oh.
Excuse me. Sorry.
God bless.
God bless.
Guys, TikTok got banned for like a day.
Right. Is everybody okay?
Everybody good.
You know Keenan deleted it and now he can't get it back.
Yeah, and the thing is, me and Widow told him not to do that and he deleted it right away.
Because he never liked TikTok. That's the thing.
Yeah, he doesn't care about it.
It's weird. Like, I'll scroll on Instagram, but I really never scroll on Reels like that, which is weird.
My Reels are weird. Like, I'll be scrolling and it's like a grandma, like, bouncing her butt cheeks. And then...
No, literally.
I'm like, who's grandma?
Bro, because the fact that my, like, Reels and For You page on Instagram...
I wish I was joking, bro. Grandmas.
But I get it, though. It's crazy, because, like, my For You page be so sexual, and I'm like, what's happening? It's like a lot of fucking people, like, just like either like promoting their OnlyFans or like just like some random like booty cheeks clapping from a grandma or something.
Literally a grandma. She be in her, what are those nightgowns called?
They
have a name.
No, they do.
Nunu or
Moo. The moo. Clapping booty cheeks in the moo.
I'm about to pee myself.
She clapping that nunu in her moo. What is happening?
No.
No. But it's like the stuff that's on there, like, why is that? But then tell me why I posted Callie's birthday post today, and they told me that I was not able to monetize because it was restricted. Hello? What do you mean?
It's so weird, like, what they decide is okay and what they decide is not on social media.
I feel like they're really fucking, like, biased sometimes. Like, I'll be like, who's running this shit?
Yeah.
That was happening to me, like, when the body positivity movement was, like, really happening, and, like, I'd be, like, talking about wearing a bathing suit. And I'm wearing a bathing suit in the video, and they take it down. But then a girl who's 3 sizes, 4 sizes... smaller than me would post basically the same video and it'd stay up.
Yeah, and get like millions of views.
Exactly. And it was happening to so many of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all are weirdos for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It goes either way, but regardless, I'm happy TikTok's back.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, when we like were talking about it, like me and Rachel, like to the side, like I got so emotional because I was like, bro, like we're about to lose like something that we've been working for. Like, obviously our community isn't as large as, you know, we are going to make it to be and how long, like how big it's going to be eventually. But I think just the idea of like, yo, like we're actively trying to bring women together in a place that feels safe, where we talk about ourselves and our personal experiences and like are going to allow other women to do that for themselves. It's like, how many other communities like this exist? Like, how many other people need these people online, you know, like need to feel connected in a certain way, because moms especially feel so alone. Like, that's a thing that many women talk about. It's very hard to make mom friends. It's hard to make friends in general. And so taking that away in the blink of an eye, it's almost scary how that can happen
at any time,
at any moment.
Yeah, to anything.
Exactly.
Literally to anything.
What they think is justified is like, this is affecting more than just like, you understand, like these are people's friends, like family. People have gotten engaged, married off fucking TikTok. Like
people are have built businesses that are thriving off of TikTok, and they've been able to come out of like homelessness from TikTok. They've been able to feed their families off of TikTok. And that's what was getting me a lot too when the ban happened. I was really thinking about how easily they were just able to take something away that has become a source of income for people who might have never had it before. And I was like, the fact that they can just do that like this,
like it's nothing.
Really goes to show, and I don't want to get political because I don't really like getting political, but like it really goes to show that like these people who are in office right now can really take anything away from us,
and they don't
out
care.
of our hands, and they don't care. Exactly. They don't care. And it scares me to think about what's even happening before our eyes that we really can't even see or hear right now, because we don't know the inside job. We don't know any of it. And that scares me a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like thinking about it. But I have to, because I don't know, it's for my well-being, for my baby's well-being. I have to think about it. But, it's just, they were so pressed about an app. Like, hello?
An app. And there's so many other things to be pressed about, bro.
Like, please, let the people be. It is an app. And the crazy thing is, too, I remember going on Instagram and people were really like, gaslighting other people into thinking that like you're overreacting, and like, but the thing is like, it's people who are reacting in a certain way that, like I said, they either have built their business or got themselves out of a bad place or have built community, and like all of a sudden that was taken away.
Even if people aren't doing anything crazy big on there, just simply watching it, like I've seen mothers talk about like, this is my getaway.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
They lay in bed at night and they scroll for 2 hours, and like, who gives a fuck if they're watching whatever the fuck. This is how they decompress and get back to themselves. TikTok is a platform like no other, like especially for a thing like a mom podcast, where Instagram doesn't give a single fuck.
No.
Like Instagram does not care. To all the people who like follow us on Instagram, and I love you and I appreciate you for like interacting and shit like that, but Instagram does not care.
Yeah.
We don't get much traction at all, to be honest. We don't get many people who are like commenting and like involving themselves in the conversation and like DMing us and stuff like that. Granted, we do get some, and those are very much appreciated, but in the wider, I can't think right now, in the bigger picture of it all, like Instagram doesn't care. And TikTok is something that we've seen within the past few months grow for us.
Really
like
grow.
Honestly, it started off with us just being like, we're gonna be consistent, and it's shown, like, and with us just simply just showing up. And I want to kind of bring that back into like why social media is really important. And I don't think we're gonna talk about this, but we're talking about it anyway, because
Okay.
I think it's really important for us to be open and to share our lives, because this is your life. Like, your struggle is your struggle, but like, this is who you are. And I really feel as though it's really important for people to share those things about themselves, because it's like, you don't know who else needs that. Like, who genuinely needs to see someone else struggling, who needs to see that someone else's house isn't perfectly put together, and their hair is not made up every day, and their makeup's not great, like, and they're struggling with money, and they're, whatever you're going through, that shit is, honestly, in a fucked up way, it's kind of beautiful to see that, because regardless of what you're like dealing with, like, you're still doing it,
right?
And you're still pushing through, and you're struggling, yes, but like, look at you go, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's so encouraging and inspirational to anyone who's watching, whether they're doing quote unquote better than you or worse than you, like, to see someone show up as themselves and be true to themselves and be unapologetic about it, like, that's a beautiful thing. And that's why I really like TikTok. I really like social media, for the fact of like, you can share whatever you want with everyone, and the people who go out of their way to share even more than other people would, like, you're doing something great for not only other people but also for yourself, to be like, this is my life, and it doesn't matter who's watching, it doesn't matter who's here to judge, like, I'm showing you this, and I'm gonna keep showing you this, and if you don't fuck with this shit, goodbye.
Right, exactly. I saw this I think it was a comment once, and it was like right before the ban happened, and somebody had said that TikTok is almost like going over a friend's house, like in your sweats, like your hair's all tied up with no makeup on, but then Instagram is almost like you gotta like get all dolled up and dressed up, get ready for church type shit.
No, literally, it's the first date.
No, literally, like, that's the vibe I get. TikTok is very homey, and it really does feel like I'm like at a friend's house, and like I can just like express myself and be myself, and like really not get judged. Like, it just has that vibe and that community, and especially for our platform here on the podcast, we have been able to build that community with other moms, and really talk about things that don't get talked about often. And I think it's really beautiful that we are able to come together and let other women know that you're not alone in what you're feeling, because a long time ago, women probably felt I know women still do, but they probably felt so isolated in their motherhood experience because they were maybe rarely speaking on the things that they were feeling, and they maybe thought that they were alone in it, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like social media, TikTok, like it has that ability to open arms to other people and be like, you're not alone, we are here for you, we hear you, we see you, we're going through the same thing as you. I don't know, I know for me it makes me feel really good about myself sometimes, like even like stuff other than motherhood. Like if I see somebody talking about their financial shit, or like somebody talking about like their living situation, I'm like, oh, same, yeah. Like I'm not by myself. Yeah. Like shit, like okay, like that makes me feel better. And yeah. I really like that a lot about social media. So I don't know, I just feel like I know at times it can be a place of judgment or hate, especially on Instagram, and like I just feel like it should just be not taken for granted as much. And like I know people are like, I need like a social media break or whatever. That's understandable, it can get overwhelming sometimes, but I just feel like it really, I don't know, I'm grateful for it, if I'm being so honest.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it's harmful in any way towards me, or you know.
Yeah, and you can always like step back from it. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't have to consume you like some people let it do.
It's all for me. It's just like if I want to go on it, I go on it. It's not just like I'm stuck. Like
yeah.
And if I feel like I need to get off, I'll get off.
Yeah.
You know, but it is my getaway sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a useful tool, to be honest. Like,
bro,
I honestly love being in this era. Like, I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I think people are like, I wish I was born earlier. I'm like, I don't. MapQuest, bitch.
Bro,
like,
what?
We were just talking about this the other day. I was like, remember you had to print out the directions? The fuck?
Bro, my parents would make me do it every time because they didn't know how to work the computer. Bro. So I was like 10 years old, like searching up the address on MapQuest and like printing it out. I remember that.
I don't miss that.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate growing up in this era, honestly, and just like talking to people that I would never talk to ever in my fucking life. Ever.
The connections I've made over these years, the way that we're able to talk to women through here that could be like across the country or across the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. We definitely do have a lot of women who like try to talk to us, like to be friends, and like, where do you live?
Right.
And we're like, Philly area, and they're like, I live in Arizona. And I'm like, fuck. Or like Utah, or like something like that. And
I'm like, this just reminds me of how much maybe one day in the future I would really like to do a whole like a whole meetup of a bunch of moms, like, and we'd make like a big thing. Like, I don't even know, I don't know, I just see that happening one day. Like, yeah,
I think that'd be really nice.
Right.
I don't know where we would go, but I would want it to be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
I would want it to be definitely nice.
Yeah.
And everyone bring their kids, and then, you know, maybe sometimes we don't bring our kids.
Right. No, exactly. Go out to the club.
Right. Like, just some little, you know.
I know this girl, actually. She's a model as well, and she has, like, this whole thing based off of, like, confidence, and she's built a community of women through that, and she actually does meetups where she organizes these like big events, and it could be like a workout session or like a lunch or a dinner or something, and she has women sign up for it and they meet up. Like, I think she had one that happened in Miami, and she basically put on her story like, girls, I'm gonna be in Miami like this week coming up, I'd love to do a meetup, and we get to, like, you know, be with each other and talk. And she went to Miami. Literally, they went on a giant run together. It was like 20 women and her. And, oh.
Hello?
Sir.
Nar. Not the light. The light just changed. Sorry. We tried.
This happened last time, too. I think the white light went out with Molly.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're still mouse.
Yes. It's okay. Even though we look dingier.
Dingier is crazy. I feel like I'm in the dark over here.
Wait, why is it so dark?
Because, like, you're next to the light and then you have that one.
I was like, should we move this one over?
I don't know. Oh, wait, you definitely did tell me to put it in the middle.
I almost wanted to go back to our TikTok. Honestly, TikTok has been, like, just a big thing for us recently, honestly, which is why we're kind of talking about it.
Yeah.
I always forget we have over 500 followers now.
That's amazing to me. Like, shit.
We literally try to respond to every comment.
Yeah.
So if we miss you, that was an accident, I promise. I think it's really sweet when people reach out and, like, want to actually, like, get to know us. Like, I don't know if you added that one girl on Snapchat, but I definitely did.
Oh, I think I told you to give her my Snap, but the thing is I never go on Snapchat, so I'll have to go in there and like add her back.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shout out Nessa, because she is the one that said this. She said, "Hey guys, I don't know if you do this, but I need more mom friends just to talk to. Do you both have any Snap? If you aren't comfortable with giving me it, that's okay. I love your content so much, by the way. You have helped me so much through motherhood, knowing other moms get what I feel. I really appreciate you guys so much."
Oh, I'll cry.
Yeah. But I'm like, where is the other girl? Oh, there, here she is. She said, "Maybe you guys talk about it on the podcast, but how did you meet? It's so nice to see moms showing the duality of being a mom and how many different hats we wear. And y'all are just funny as fuck, for real. I wish I was closer. I'm in Arizona."
Oh.
If we run it back, this is end of 2017.
So we went to 2 different colleges, and then I had transferred over to the college that she was going to. It was like that next semester.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a bunch of friends that she actually ended up meeting.
Yeah.
That went to the same school.
But I think the first time I ever even saw you in person was in a parking lot.
At a park.
Yeah.
At the, yeah. That's, and I literally remember our first interaction.
Yeah.
You told me that I think you told me that you like my outfit.
Yeah.
Or something.
You had like heels on. I think you had heels on and some jeans.
I think I remember exactly. I had like my strappy heels. I think they were like wedges or something. Back then, I always dressed up.
Every time I saw her, she was dressed up.
Literally,
That was a bum. And I'm like, who is this bad bitch?
But that's just how I would dress all the time. I don't know. We were in a YouTube group together though.
Yeah.
We ended up just being in a big group together. We'd always just be bullshitting.
Yeah, we would just
hang out and just get high.
Do
and,
anything.
Literally do anything all the time. Just fuck around. But it was really fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. And I think within us being in the same group, I think that we just started getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just happened.
It literally just happened.
I don't know how else to describe it.
And then all of a sudden 8 years go by.
And we have children. And we have a podcast.
We're aunts to each other's children now. What?
That's really crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember Rachel telling me that she wanted to drop out of school to pursue modeling. I remember that conversation vividly, and I was like, bitch, do it. The fuck?
I remember sitting in that parking lot at the college, and I think I texted you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you literally told me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
And literally after that conversation, I was sitting there, I left, and I never went back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane how time passes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if y'all know, but Rachel's kind of a celebrity.
Shut the fuck. What do you mean?
She's kind of a celebrity. It's crazy because I remember you being oh, I want to get to this many followers on Instagram, and it's I don't know if you remember the number that you said, but bitch, you way surpassed that shit.
I have screenshots in my phone from when I was at 5,600 or something, and that was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when I started taking pictures.
Yeah.
Q actually was the first person to take my pictures, and I think he also told me that I was one of the first models that he would take pictures of.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because now the professions and careers we're in, and then I also remember doing that shoot with you, where I made that set at Paris's house, and we shot there together with Q. And I literally have a picture of us on the floor together in the mirror doing our makeup.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have to send it to you.
Yeah.
I feel that's when we also started getting close, because I think we ended up I think I started confiding in you about the things I wanted to do, and I felt very safe with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good thing, because I had a lot of past trauma with friendships and stuff, and she made me feel really fucking safe, and there was
I'll cry, bitch.
And me too. Help. No, because I was getting my tears, my eyes started getting watery, and then you said that, and I was like, oh no, it's coming. It's coming.
Stop. I'm taking a break.
No, but it was a very much judgment-free zone that I always felt I was in whenever she was around, or even just on talking on the phone. I'm like, she gets me.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's, and I also feel we've been there for each other through a lot of hard shit.
Yeah. For sure.
I think we've seen each other grow up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane. I think that's when you know you have real friends.
No, literally.
And I feel so much for people who say I don't know what it's like to have real friends, or I don't have friends, and to me, I'm like, damn, like, but I love my friends so much. Like, and because, like, my friends are my family, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we used to say this all the time, like, about our YouTube group, but it's like, we always said it was the second family God chose for us. Because, yes, we're given our, you know, blood family and everything, but your friends are the family that you choose. Those are the people that you spend a lot of your time with. Like, I don't know, I mean, for the people who do have really close friends, and in a way, they are your family. You don't have to be blood related for people to love you and care for you and be there for you. Like, you know, my friends will always be there for me and we'll always be there for each other. And whenever we're out and everybody's drunk, I'm the one crying because I'm like,
oh my God, I love you guys so much. Every time.
Everyone's like, oh my God.
I remember we had a Christmas party here and our friends walked through the door and Johnny's just like lit. They walk through the door and she just starts crying. And I'm looking at her like, bitch, why? Now I'm gonna cry because you're crying and I don't know what's going on.
Bro. Everybody was like, why the fuck is this bitch crying? And I was like, because I wanted them here. Like, I remember saying before they came, like, I was like, I want them to be here. Like, that's all I cared about.
Right.
I just love my friends. I really do. They're my life, honestly. I love all of them. And I want them to all be successful and do what the fuck they want and be happy. Because fuck all that other shit, bro. We're so blessed. And
so blessed.
So the people who don't have, like, friends and don't have people that are close to them or don't have, you know, a village or don't have that community, I'm like, come over here.
Come over here.
Get over here.
I'll take you in.
Get up here. Let's dance. Let's dance.
No, but I would say, I feel like for the majority though, it's like a lot of people who are able to find a amazing like friend group, or even if it's just like a friends, like a lot of the time, like sometimes people can feel safer with that friend or friend group than their own family. Like, you know, it's like, I know for myself, like I feel like I can really be myself with my friends, like, and that's something that was a big thing to me, because for a large portion of my life I felt like I never fit in anywhere and I could never really be my true self with anybody because I felt so like out of place. But then I found my real friends and there's like no judgment and I'm loved and I'm cared for and I give what I receive, you know. It's like, and then I'm like, this is what it really supposed to feel like. You know, like this, the people who stick around without judgment and who won't ever leave your side no matter what you're going through, and who listen to you and who actually care for you and love you. Like that's that real shit. And that's something that I spent a lot of time searching for. So I'm very grateful to have been able to find people who like really understand who I am and who want to be there for me. You know, it's like you know when somebody's just kind of just like there compared to somebody who wants to be there. You know, and I think that's a big thing about this.
Yeah, like people who just accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
Flaws and all. That's part of who you are too. Like your flaws are what make up the wonderful person that you are, you know? Like
everybody's flawed.
Yeah.
That's just a human
Nobody's
thing.
Perfect, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would we all want to be the same and act the same? And you know, that shit's ass. We're not fucking robots. Like we have feelings and we have emotions and we have shit that we go through, and even the bad shit, it's all in a way beautiful because it's like this is making up the person that you are. And like you have so many people in your life who love you for the person that you are, and like honestly it kind of just makes you appreciate yourself even more and like be who you are in front of other people. Like for me, like, and I think for you too, like being who I am, I don't give a fuck if anyone else cares, because I'm like, I have people in my life who love me, and I also love me for who I am. So yeah, I'm the crazy ass bitch who like literally, what is she thinking and doing half the time? But then at the end of the day, I'm like, I love that I'm that crazy ass bitch who's like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? I like being the one that's a little bit wild and like a little bit crazy and like
that's just a part of you.
Like I like to joke around and dance in public and you know do dumb shit, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck if someone's judging me and pointing the finger and being like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, bitch, I'm doing me.
I'm doing me and I love it, and I know I have people in my life who love it too.
Yeah.
So what do you matter?
Right.
Like, and also I have to say, I feel like you and all of our other friends, y'all really like broke me out of my shell, and that really helped my career a lot. It really did, because when I say I used to be so fucking shy, like so shy and reserved into myself, because I was really afraid of other people. Like I was afraid to express myself. I was afraid to be judged. But after finding like real friends who showed me that like I can be whoever I want to be and they will still love me for me, like, then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna be myself then to other people, and if they don't like it, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, for that, I'm able to go on set, for example, and have conversations with strangers, which is something that I was never able to do before in my life. And it's like a really big thing for me to do, and I'm able to actually make friends, like, which is a really big thing for me. And I'm like, I'm 26 going on 27, being like, I'm able to make friends. Oh my god, like,
do it.
No, literally, but it was a learning process, and I had to grow through experiences and people who have come in and out of my life, and that's just what it is, you know. And yeah, I'm grateful for it all.
Yeah, that's like a big thing too. Like, if people in your life who like do you wrong, or like, or just don't align with you, or their energy's off, or like you just feel something, like, listen to that feeling. Please. Trust that intuition. Like, know that we are not just physical beings, we're also very spiritual, and your spiritual has a very high vibration and can feel other vibrations. If you feel that vibration is off, trust in that shit, because people are going to come and go in your life, and that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. They're probably there to teach you something, and people say this all the time, like, sometimes people are there for a chapter. They're not there for the entire book. They're not there for your entire story. They're there to serve their purpose, and they're there to leave. And you have to let them go. And that can be a friend, that can be a relationship, that can be family for some people. That can be a job, that, you know, it could be anyone in your life, anything in your life. And if you're someone, you know, who does have a lot of work to do with themselves, you have to still protect yourself and still be there for yourself, and don't let people walk all over you, and don't let people take advantage, and don't let people treat you like lesser, and like, you know, like, you still have to like just watch yourself. And, you know, sometimes people learn that the hard way. And I also am a firm believer in, like, you know, sometimes that has to happen. Sometimes you do have to go through that shitty thing, because it's like, you're not gonna learn. Like, you're just not gonna learn otherwise. And you'll learn who your real friends are. And when you do learn, and you'll know for sure. Now you have life partners. Now you have people that you get to experience everything with, good and bad. And you'll know, because they'll be there good and for the good and for the bad. They won't just show up when things are looking right, or when they need something, or, you know, like, you'll know, because they'll be there regardless of what's going on, because they love you, and they love the relationship that you have, and they love your kids if you have kids, and, you know, like, you know who the titis and the tios are, like, you know the aunts and the uncles, like, you know.
And that's the thing too, a big thing for me is, like, if you get a TT or a TO, like, you're official. That's official.
Like, we talk about this all the time, how, like, I'm not gonna tell Romeo that you guys aren't related to me.
No, literally.
I'm never gonna tell him that we're not actually blood related, because this is your family. Like, what do you mean? Like, it doesn't matter.
As far as Callie knows, for the rest of her life, we're sisters.
Yeah, that's what I
like,
mean.
Literally.
That's what I mean. Like, and that's honestly just so beautiful, because, you know, growing up, I always had a really big family. My family was always very vast, very large, and, you know, I'm one of 3 siblings now. One of my brother passed away, so, you know, he can't add to the family, and my sister doesn't really want kids, and I'm like, damn, Romeo, like, it makes me feel so bad, because I'm like, are you just gonna be alone? But, like, knowing that because I have so many friends, I have a huge friend group. If everyone pops out at least one kid, like, we're good. we're good. We're so good. So it's like, that gives me some comfort in knowing that, like, okay, like, you're not gonna be the only kid, and you might be the oldest. You will be the oldest. Because you're the first one that came out. I'm sorry. I was 21.
Luckily, Callie's only, like, a little over a year, like, younger than him. Which is okay.
Yeah. It's close enough.
Right, it's close enough. It's not like he's, like, 4 years older than everybody or something.
Like, he might be a lot older than the next one's coming.
Oh,
like,
true.
Who knows? Yeah. But it's so funny, because speaking of friends, on my birthday, I invited all my friends out.
Everybody was there.
And the thing is, everybody came. So there's like 35 of us.
Bro, it was like a mob in the... First of all, let me tell you, we went to this bar. I almost said club. It was a bar.
Yeah.
But
almost a club.
Almost club. It was lit.
Yeah.
Something happened where we had to leave. When we left, it was like a mob.
It was a crowd of people.
It was so many. We were in the street. Like, and Johnny just like in the middle, like, I'm like, they're all here for me. No, because the whole night you were like, oh my god, everybody's here. Like,
literally, I gave a speech.
She gave a speech at Prima's.
I was so lit, bro. I'm like,
and I'm in the background, like,
you're right. No, for real. Because the thing is, before the night even started, like, I knew everybody's coming out. I knew some people were gonna drop out too, which did happen. Yeah. But a bunch of people came. Like, again, it was like around 30 people, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I remember we're like, it's like the end of the night. It's like 4 a.m. Everybody's like lit and tired and just like, I don't even know what's going on. And then before the night even happened, I was like, I kind of want to give a speech, but I was like, I don't know if that's stupid. But as soon as I saw us all in that room eating, I was like, no, I have to say something. I kind of knew what I was going to say, though. I was like, I want everyone here to know, like, as individuals, like, you're my friends, but also I want you to know, like, each and every single one of you, like, inspires me in one or more ways. And I really appreciate you, like, being my friend and showing up for me. And, like, that's honestly how I always feel. Like, anytime... you know, you post something on your close friends and someone reaches out and says something, or, you know, you're on the podcast page and people say something, or you get a text, like a random text from a friend, like, yo, how are you? Yeah. Like, someone calls you to talk about their day. I'm like, I love that you can come and talk to me. I love that we can, like, have a conversation online and, like, we have an online friendship and I don't even know what you look like in real life. Like, how tall are you? Like,
no, right, bro? First of all, the social media friends go crazy, too. Yeah. Like, there are girls that I have known for years on social media that I've never met in person, and... we talk like we're like besties. I love it. And I have had the opportunity to meet some of these girls in person, and it was really nice to see that, like, I'm like, okay, it's the same vibe in person, and it's really cool. You're capable of finding those people. You are. If you feel like you're struggling as far as finding good friends or real friends or even just a singular friend, like, I don't know, or a mom friend, you might have to take the risk as far as, like, you know, people will come and go, of course, but people are there. We're here. We'll be your friend. Yeah. Always.
Like, actually.
Yeah. No, right? No, like, we're not even lying.
No, literally. I'm not the best at using Snapchat. People like to use Snapchat.
Oh my god.
I tried. I did respond to our friend Nessa, but I don't think I replied back to her. And I'm sorry. It's just because I just don't use Snapchat anymore.
I also
if you DM me, I'll DM you all day, bitch. But...
yeah, I also don't use Snapchat anymore. I used to be heavy on Snapchat. Like, all the time. And then I fell off. And I literally didn't touch it for, like, years. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, people use it consistently still. And I'm just like, oh. Because I've gotten recently, what's your Snapchat? I'm like, wait a minute. I don't...
Like, right, I didn't know what mine was either.
Yeah, it was
when I went to
Ray.
Yeah, I know.
Because I used to be called Ray.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I actually had to look mine up when, like, the girl asked for our Snapchat, because I was like, I actually don't know what my Snapchat ad is, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I started posting on there more recently, but then I stopped again because I just keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, like, it just doesn't exist anymore to me.
Yeah, or like Molly or Widow actually, or Kurt. Molly, Widow, and Kurt send me snaps all the time.
I don't think I have Kurt on Snapchat. What the fuck?
He added me, and I was like, all right, and I just added him back, and then he just sends me stuff randomly. We went to a comedy show before this, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I got a little drunk.
Yeah,
off the Don.
Yeah.
The Don. Don Julio made me a fool for you.
And I don't your name. Let me get my drink.
Right, I'm like, should I chug this so I can open the next one?
Jesus. I don't know if I'll be having a next one. Maybe, I'll see.
Mine's like done.
Bro, mine's still basically full. Jesus.
Fat, juicy, and wet. Isn't that what he says?
Who?
Bruno Mars. That's what he says. Am I making that part up? Does he not say that word?
Fat, juicy, and wet. What song are you talking about?
It's new. It's with, what's her name?
Is it where Lady Gaga did the cameo?
No. Wait, was she in that?
She was a cameo.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
Fat, Juicy, and Wet. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
see, I saw it briefly, and I saw that Lady Gaga was in it as a cameo, but I didn't really listen to it.
I didn't listen to it either. I just heard Fat, Juicy, and Wet. I said, I don't know. What happened to Catch a Grenade? Oh, yeah. What happened to that?
Right. I love me some Bruno.
Me too. A short king.
Callie's birthday was today, and she had a bunch of presents. My brother got her. My brother got her this dog, but you feed it the treat and it poops it out.
Yeah. It's called a poop-a-lot. What? Poopy-lot?
For real, poop a lot or something.
Poop-a-lot.
Yeah, and we were like,
why?
We were like, why'd you get that one? He was like, it was the last one on the shelf. Okay.
So you got a poop-a-lot? Like...
And what's crazy is she's not even interested in the dog. She just likes to hold the little pieces in her hand. She took them in the car seat with her. So they're in her cup holder.
What the fuck?
Yes! I was like, Callie. Like, literally, she just wanted the little pieces. I don't know. Babies are weird. Like, there's a whole ass, like, dog with a leash, a toy, everything.
It poops.
It poops.
Poops it out.
And she don't want nothing to do with it. She just wants to hold the poop. Which is crazy.
What be going on?
Sometimes I'm like, where is the stuff? Like, where are the little toys? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I know she don't eat them. Either my dog ate them or she, like, shoved them down the vents or something. Because I don't...
Yeah.
I'm like, where did they go? Like, I literally cannot find them.
But Romeo knows where all his shit is. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm like, where is this? He knows where everything is. Like, we went to school... And I guess like when we got to school, he had like one of those like rubber bracelets in his hands, like the ones you put on your wrist. And I guess I took it from him. And when I came to go pick him up from school, he's like, "Where's my bracelet?" I was like, "What bracelet?" He said, "The one in your pocket." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I reached my pocket, and it's the rubber bracelet. I was like, "How the fuck did you remember that?"
Bro, that means he literally watched you do that.
Yeah.
And like kept a mental note.
Yeah, he's like, "That's where my bracelet is."
Right. That's crazy. They're so aware. Like, toddlers are so... I can't even call Romeo a toddler anymore.
He's not a toddler.
Kids are so aware.
Romeo's very emotionally intelligent. I will say that. And Romeo the other day, which I think this is kind of early to bring this up as a kid.
Okay.
But he told me, he was like, "Mommy, I want you and Daddy to be in love." I was like, "Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Like, that isn't a thing anymore." I was like, we did that and it didn't work out, but I was like, but we love you. And that's more than enough love for both of us.
Right.
And this is gonna make me like emotional. I didn't want to get emotional, but
okay.
it hurt me a lot because I was like, damn, like, fuck. I was like, I couldn't.
It's okay.
I couldn't give you that.
But like you said, the love that you and Q are able to give him, even if it's separately, is enough.
Yeah.
It is.
It just hurts a lot when like your 4-year-old is like
aware of it.
But yeah, just like bringing it to you, like, why?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm crying right now, bro. Like someone's always crying. Like, fuck.
That's just a part of us now. Like, they gotta deal with it.
I know, just sharing the truths of it, but
yeah.
I feel like a lot of women can relate. Like, it's, I think once you're able to, like, heal from that shit, like, obviously in the beginning, that shit was rough. I didn't want to co-parent. I did not want to do what I do now at all. But once I, like, lived in it, I became very comfortable with it. But then, like, the reality of it sets in when your little child is basically asking you, like, I want this to be something that it never will be again. He doesn't know what me and his father looked like in a relationship, because by the time he was old enough to even comprehend that he was alive, we weren't together anymore. And, you know, to him, this is normal, but it was just crazy, like, because this is so normal, and because I thought, like, this was so normal to him, I'm like, why are you bringing this up? Like, and not even, like, in a way of, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, but in a way of, like, how do you even know? Like, I don't know. It's so hard to, like, describe, but it hurts me, because I'm like, damn, like, it goes back to, like, the thing that I guess triggered me when I became, like, part of a co-parenting relationship was, like, that I'm not gonna be with my father. I'm not I'm not going to be with my child's father. And like that's something I never wanted for myself. And so it did bring me back to that feeling of like, damn, this is exactly what I didn't want. But it doesn't mean I want to be with my baby dad. I want to make that very clear. I love being alone. I love being alone. It's just like that guilty feeling, I guess, of just like, damn, like, you know what? Like, I would have loved that. You know, I would have, in a different life, I would have loved to been in love,
Right.
still be in love with your father. And not that it's talking about Q in any way. I just mean, like, hypothetically, I would love...
In the grand scheme of things,
in
like
the bigger
for
picture,
Romeo, yeah.
I would love to be in a relationship with his dad, whoever the fuck it would be.
Right.
Like,
you, like, whoever.
yeah, I'm not talking about him specifically.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with my baby dad. It's just like we don't mesh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that kind of hurt me, I guess, in a way, but I don't even know how we got to this conversation, but I just wanted to bring it up because it's something that happened the other day, and I was like, damn, like, in the moment I was like shocked, and then I sat with it, and I was like, this is kind of sad.
Yeah.
And then like I also just think about how I did feel when like that initially happened for me, and I'm like, but I'm not that person anymore, and like I'm okay with how things are. And I honestly wouldn't want them to be any different, if I'm being really honest. After being out of a relationship with the man I had a child with for we've been out of a relationship for 4 years.
Oh my gosh, like that's crazy.
Yeah, we have not been together for 4 years, and that it almost seems like a fever dream. It seems like something that didn't happen, but like it very much did happen because we have a child to prove that it did.
Right? Romy's the proof.
Yeah, the proof is living.
Yeah.
The proof is alive.
But isn't it just beautiful how you can go through something that might have left a scar on your heart in that time, and then look back at it now and you're like, you know what, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
It's so beautiful because I'm like, I remember being in that hurt. I remember feeling like, how the fuck? Like, I remember feeling like no one would ever love me again. I thought I wasn't worthy of being loved by someone. I remember just being like, oh, well, like, this is just what it is. Like, and just being upset about it. And now I'm like, it is what it is, bitch.
It is what it is.
Like, and I'm
living.
not upset about it. Like, the difference from then and now was just, and I said this before, but it was just time and patience and understanding and being able to accept my life for what it is. Like, I think there's just so many points in our life that we just have to learn to accept them for what they are. I think you posted on our podcast page the other day of like motherhood, how hard it is sometimes, how much it can be, how overwhelming it can be, and like sometimes you just have to be like, it is what it is, and I'm just gonna deal with it right now. And just remember in the back of your head, this is just going to be a time that exists. Like, this is going to be that heartbreak that happened 4 years ago that you don't even remember fucking going through. Yeah. So it's like, it might suck right now sometimes. It might be great right now sometimes. You know, like, motherhood is both things. And that's just being honest.
Sometimes can be both things at once, literally.
It can be a lot. But it can also be beautiful. Like, it just can be every single thing at one time. But it's like, this is now. Like, you will never get right now ever again. In your entire life. Your baby will never be this age again. You will never be in this stage of your life again. You will never be going through this point in your motherhood again. Like, this is just what it is right now in this moment, and like, that's okay. And it's okay to struggle through it. It's okay to be happy through it. It's okay to still be figuring out. It's okay to have no idea what the fuck you're doing. I tell Rachel this all the time. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And this is like, in every point of my life, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing at all. Like, some days it really feels shitty. And then other days I'm like, but what happened to all the other times that I didn't know what I was doing at all?
Right.
And like,
where'd they go?
Where did it go?
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. We always say this, it's like all meant to happen.
Yeah.
Whatever's happening is going to happen is for a reason. And I really stick to that a lot because I feel like I've seen it and I've witnessed it. Like, every lesson is a learning lesson, and everything you experience is supposed to teach you something. Every person that comes to your life is supposed to make their mark, whether it's good or bad. It's all supposed to teach you something, and you're always going to learn and grow from it. And even if you might not feel that way in the moment, just know that one day you'll look back and be like, wow, like, I got through that. Yeah, I always think too, it's like, you know, as far as it goes for motherhood and the times when I felt very isolated and overwhelmed and really just on edge and like pushed to my limits, I compare them to times where I'm like sitting here with Callie and she's looking at me and she goes, I love you, mommy. And I'm like, it's all worth it. hands up. Like, not like I was just screaming, stop! Like,
right.
2 hours before.
Right.
I'm just like, oh, my baby. Like, it's just, like, those are the times where I'm like, it goes hand in hand. Everything's going to be happening at once. The good and the bad, the frustration and the love. And it's supposed to happen that way. Like, that's just how life goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're with your kid all day and they're driving you absolutely fucking insane. Then they go to bed. And then you're like...
And you're...
Literally. So cute.
Literally.
Like, oh. I'm like just laying there and I'm like...
Bro.
Why was I so upset earlier? Like,
right.
What made me so angry? Like, was I really that mad?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is it really that bad? That's always a thing I ask myself too. I was like, is it that bad?
Yeah, but it can be that bad.
That's what I mean. Like, in the moment, I'm like, fuck.
Right. And then, shut up. But then you feel bad afterwards, and you're like, maybe I was being a bad mom. But then you're like, no, but I was like really overwhelmed, and because they were pushing me to my limits.
Yeah.
And this morning, actually, Callie had woken up a little bit early, and I wasn't really ready to get up at all because I went to bed last night like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And she wakes up now either to go potty, which is great, or she wants juice or water because she's thirsty. But she doesn't do it nicely. She wakes up very cranky because she's like half asleep, which I understand. But for me, when I'm in a dead sleep and I wake up to, I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I'm not in the best mood. And so, I get up kind of angrily and I I just grab her and she always wants me to hold her and take her to the kitchen. And so I pick her up, and this is kind of just a daily routine at this point. Pick her up, take her to the kitchen, and I get her juice or her water, bring her back. She goes potty, and this morning after I did all that, and I was just kind of grumpy. I was just like, okay, here, like, take it. I'm like half asleep, and I put her down, and I lay down next to her. She turns over. She grabs my hand, and she puts it under her neck and holds it there. And I'm just like, oh, I'm the bad mom. I'm just like, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, it's just things like that happen. Like, or like, I'll be at like the grocery store. There was a time when I remember I was at Marshall's, not the grocery store, and I had a whole cart of things. And Callie's with me in the cart, and she just starts throwing this tantrum, like, so bad, screaming. I had things I wanted to buy really bad. And I couldn't be in that store anymore with her because I didn't know what else to do. So I very angrily took her and I left the store and left my whole cart of stuff right there. And I was so mad. Bro, I was so upset because I had things I wanted. And I was like, it's fucking Marshall's. It's not going to be here tomorrow.
The next hour.
Literally, people going to take my shit. It's done. And I remember I got to the car and I kind of just like, I put her in the car seat and I'm just like I'm literally like yelling at her, like, why are you doing this? Like, I was just so angry. But then, like, later in the day, and she's just being really sweet to me. And I'm just like, oh, like, it's just because you don't understand. Like, and then I just go back and forth with myself all the time. I don't know. It's just, it can be hard and it can be beautiful and sweet at the same time. It can be like everything. And I really try to give myself patience with it, but sometimes it just comes out as like anger. Yeah. And I don't mean it to be, but it does. Yeah. And I just can't, I don't know.
It's like you got your own shit going on, and then there's like this other person who also has their own shit going on, but like their emotions are big and crazy and wild, and they don't know how to even compress them even just a little bit.
Even just a little bit.
So it's like you're dealing with them like going full blast while you're trying to just like...
I'm trying to decompress as well.
Yes. And so it's like both things at the same time. Like, yeah, that's fucking overwhelming. Yeah. Like, of course I'm upset because what the fuck? Like, bitch, I'm tired, or I'm already annoyed, or I'm hot, or I'm
hot.
Like, literally. I'm sweating, like...
Yeah. I haven't showered all day, right. Or I haven't eaten
The shower's a big one for me.
Fuck. Bro, me too.
I was like, I need to shower. Exactly. I need to moisturize. I need moisture. I have eczema, bro. I once I get a little bit dry, I'm like, I fucking hate everything. Right. I'm so pissed off. Yeah. I'm like, I need lotion.
I need lotion. Somebody help.
Help. Please.
No, yeah, bro, I get it. It's like, and, you know, we brought this up a lot of times before, but that's where it comes back to, like, taking care of ourselves will help in the process, for sure. Because then it's like, like, say, you know, we are able to eat a nice meal that day and maybe take a shower that day, or maybe go out and grab a coffee and treat ourselves to something nice, or maybe get that work done that you've been putting off that day. Maybe you'd be in a better mood, so therefore maybe you could handle the situation with your baby or toddler better that day. It depends on the day, really.
Yeah,
it really
really
does. That's just how life works out sometimes, and that's just how motherhood works out sometimes. Like,
Yeah. It's kind of weird sometimes because I feel as though those moments of like so much love and like zen, like when things are calm, it almost feels like I don't know about y'all, but like it almost feels like an out of body experience because I feel like I'm experiencing like what life is about. Like I don't know how to describe
I had a moment like that the other day.
that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It's almost like you can take yourself out of it a little bit to like look in and be like, this is actually the most beautiful thing and the most precious thing, and like this is what we're here for, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have that in motherhood. I have them in life. Like the other day, bro, I went to the store and I'm trying on clothes. I don't have money to pay for that shit, but it looked cute, and I was like, I want to put it on because I'm like a bad bitch, and I did. I took some pictures in the mirror and I put that shit back on the rack. But as I'm like in the changing room, there's these girls like getting ready, I guess, for like prom or something like that. Like they had really nice gowns in the store, and they're there with their moms and all their little friends. And I hear them, like, while I'm changing, and they're like, oh my god, that looks so good on you, like, that's your color. And the mom's, like, taking pictures, like, oh my god, I have to send this, like, to your sister or whatever. And I'm, like literally on the verge of tears because, like, I was like, I love being a woman. I love being a person, and it was, like, it had nothing to do with me, and, like, I don't even know where they were going, what they were planning, whatever, but, like, being there to, like, absorb it for really what it really was, I was like, this is, like, what we have to do, is just be around people and the people that we love and support us and like want us to feel good and look good and appreciate each other and just like share that love and like, you know, and obviously we're at the fucking store, like, you know, it's not like a Hallmark movie, but in my head I'm like, this is so beautiful,
bro.
I love seeing stuff like this, and I hear other things, I don't see them at all, I'm actually just hearing all of it, and to me I'm like, oh my god, like I love life. Like, I don't know.
I had an experience like that. Literally, I had a job in LA a couple of days ago. I literally had almost an exact experience like that. I was leaving the set and I had called my Uber to go to the airport. And it was like the end of the day, so the sun was setting. And my Uber pulls up. Usually, 9 times out of 10, it's a man.
Yeah.
My Uber pulls up and it's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh yes. Like, I love this. So I get in her car and she's, first of all, off the bat, so nice to me. She's an older lady, and she's playing like classical music.
Yeah.
Like it's not like there's no like radio playing. It's just like soft classical music playing, and she's just like she starts to make conversation with me, and I'm talking to her, and like we're having a really good time talking. Like I usually am so quiet, but we're talking, and as we're talking, like I hear the music in the background. And I'm just like listening to her talk about like her brother. We briefly talked about like the Eagles and like Super Bowl, and she was talking about her brother and how he's into that and like got into his life and whatever. And as she's talking, we're driving down the highway and I look out the window and the sun's setting. It's like so beautiful. I think I have a video on my phone actually. The sun's setting and I'm just looking and I'm just like this is womanhood and this is life, and I'm just like, this is so nice, and it was so peaceful in that moment. And mind you, I just come from like a really good day on set where like I was able to make a lot of connections and talk to people, and everybody was super nice, and I was just like feeling really good in that moment, and I was just like, everything's gonna work out for me, and I just started like saying everything. I'm like life is really so beautiful, and I just I had that same moment where I was like on the verge of tears, and it was that tranquility and that peace you feel in that moment, because it's like those little glimpses of things in life that remind you that this is what you're here for. Yeah. And it's not for just no reason. Like you're supposed to be here on this earth and live your life and do the things that you want to do and do the things that you love to do, and you know, be the mother to your child or be whoever you want to be, you know.
And be around people who deserve your presence and deserve to have you around, bringing it back to like the whole friend thing. Like your life is too short and life is too precious to spend it, waste it, be somewhere you're not supposed to be around people you're not supposed to be in a state of mind where you're not supposed to be. Like, obviously, that is something that we've all experienced at some point in time and might experience later on, but there has to be a point when you're like, you know what, regardless of everything, like, I love my life, I love me, I love my family, I love my friends, I love my baby, or babies, and nothing else matters. And I think once you get rid of all the other shit, you can see it for how beautiful it actually is, and you can appreciate it. That idea of how you can't be grateful and depressed at the same time, or grateful and anxious, and those things can't exist at the same moment, because it's like, if you're really in that gratitude, if you're really driving in the car with the sunset, talking to a random lady, like being like, I love life, everything's so beautiful, you're not thinking about the shit that happened 2 years ago or last week.
I didn't feel a glimpse of anxiety or depression in that state at all. That. It's like your mind just goes into a completely different state, and it's almost like, regardless of all the bad things that happen or have happened, but imagine if, like, every day you were able to get a glimpse of that moment and remind yourself. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, some days I don't have that. Some days I'm not reminded, and some days can be really hard, and some days can be, tiring, and sometimes I look forward to going to bed at night. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna go to bed.
But that's also normal, because that only makes those moments where you do feel that even more precious, even more valuable, because it's like, holy fuck, like, I've seen all this stuff I've been through, all this stuff that's happened recently, and like, I still am able to have these moments. Like, you can still have those moments even in the midst of, again, the madness, the craziness, the messiness. Like, they can coexist. Right. That's just life.
That's just life.
That's really just life.
Life and that's just life.
It's not all going to be great. And that's just being realistic, not trying to be pessimistic. But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. And that's more, I guess, the optimistic side of that conversation. It's like,
you'll figure it out along the way.
You'll learn. You'll do what you got to do. Now or later. At some point. But, like, again, it's like, life is so beautiful. I don't know. Recently I watched the movie Soul again.
I have to watch that again.
And bro, that movie is not for children. That shit is real life shit. And they talk a lot about anxiety and, like, getting caught up in that place of feeling like you aren't good enough, or getting stuck in the same thing, and like losing yourself. And I think the purpose of life isn't necessarily to do a certain thing. It's just like, what feeling do you bring into your life and others' lives, and how do those feelings affect someone else, and how could those, it's like a domino effect. It goes and it goes and it goes. And I wanted to read this thing from, it was actually the day before the ban, but it was about, I guess, just life, I guess, in a way. Yeah. I said, with the power we hold, we are speaking to millions, because in a sense we are. Things we say are helping people subconsciously. This could change their life. If not now, at some point when they are ready, or just emphasize what they already know. Because the beautiful power of humanity, those words are helping others, because words have power, and those people will help even more. Without even realizing it, we are there for them all, including ourselves. We are all here for each other. That's what life is about.
Beautiful. I'll cry again.
Because it's true, like, your words, your beliefs, like, how you're there for other people, what you share with other people is so important, because we all have seen something that's affected us or made us think a certain way or helped us in a certain way, where then when someone else that we see going through an experience, we're like, subconsciously, we've adopted what this other person has said, so then we're using those words to help someone else. And then they see someone, and that could pass on to their friends, their family, their kids, our kids. And so something that you say could essentially reach the other end of the fucking earth. You have no idea how much power you hold in your life. So I think it's really, really important, going back to what we said in the beginning, to share your truths and what you believe in, and speak up for yourself and speak up for what you believe in. And I think I probably just said that, but, communicate with your kids, communicate with your friends, with your family, what you need, what you don't need, your boundaries, your needs, your wants, your struggles, like, all of it, because that is only going to help you and everyone else. Everyone.
You might not even know what kind of impact you have on the people around you yet.
And it's just so crazy how smart we are, and how much we also don't realize how, like, we have so much power. There's so much power in us. And so, as moms, speak up. Speak up. Please speak up. Please never stop speaking up. Please understand how much you mean to the world, bro.
We created this.
No, literally.
Without us, there would be nothing.
Yeah.
We are literally the wombs of the earth.
Right. We're the natural nurturers.
Yes. Yes, it's embodied in our brains, how our bodies function, how they work. We are created to create. We are created to create, literally. It's in our nature. It's instinctual. It's in us. It's in us spiritually as well. I think our energy carries that as well. It's honestly something that I really take pride in, to be honest.
The hair flip. You feel me?
You know?
You dig.
Should we just like wrap with that?
We can wrap it up. I think that was a good ending. Honestly, I think the way it wrapped back in was pretty nice.
The hair flip and everything.
Right, everything included. The batteries.
Oh, Widow just scared the fuck out of me.
I thought she just farted.
I thought it was a growl. Oh, see, it scared me again.
Oh. Look how she does it.
Guys, this was a fun one. Even though I felt like in the beginning we didn't really know what was happening.
I had no clue what was going on. Only I was here. I arrived like halfway through and I was like, okay, wait. I'm saying something?
Right. No, literally.
I was like super aware of the fact that words were coming out of my mouth and I was like,
me too.
I actually don't know what's going on.
I was aware that my brain was like really trying to think of things to say and then I just couldn't. But then we got into it, so it's okay.
It always works out.
Right.
With everything. With life.
With life. With our brains. With our words.
Right. Somehow. I hope it made sense.
I know. But I would hope and I do think that we do make an impact on women and people that, you know, we've been able to communicate with and I'm grateful for you all and we love you guys so much.
We love y'all so much. Please keep commenting. Please keep doing what you do already because like it's just so beautiful to see that like we're not just speaking to the abyss. Like we're not just speaking to like space. Like hello.
Space. Anybody there?
You're an idiot. I'm an idiot. If you get the reference, we're not calling you an idiot.
If you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. You should know.
We can never be too serious, okay? We cry and we laugh. We cry and we laugh. We're confused.
Yeah.
It's the same thing every time.
Every time. But, okay. Okie dokie.
Artichokey.
The way you had to pull back for that. Artichokey. I think that's pretty much it from us.
This drink is gonna be bloated. I'm gonna have to unbutton my pants. I feel it.
I'm about to get a snacky snack after this.
And pee.
That too. I have to pee so bad, actually. I've been holding it this whole time.
Yeah, just crisscross episodes.
It's 2:16.
Hi.
Like, it's like the Alexa. It's 2:16 a.m.
That's literally
Thank you, Alexa. Would you like me to tell you a joke? I'm like, bitch, no.
No, go to sleep. Is that what she said?
Bro, today I asked her what time it was. She's like, how would you like to wake up to daily news? Say yes. I'm like, no, bitch.
No, bitch. No, bitch.
I don't want to wake up to the news. I barely know I need to relax. Relax.
No, this is killing me the way.
It's 2:16. Like, is that a significant number? Do you even know what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm over here on my phone.
Oh.
Wait, why is 2:16 significant?
I just looked up and said it's 2:16.
Oh.
No. Bro, because when
It's not significant. It's
Oh.
what time it is.
Bro, you said that, and then when Johnny said it's like the Alexa, I started dying. Because all I heard was Widow's voice over the Alexa speaker.
Really?
Okay, guys.
Anywho,
we love you all so much, and
y'all.
please make sure you guys follow us on all socials: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the Tiki Talk, and
lemonade.
I don't know why I thought you said lemonade actually,
No.
and I was like, bitch, what?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
Lemon 8.
Um.
Threads.
Shit, should we make a fucking Snapchat?
I thought about it, but I'm like, are either of us gonna use it?
Yeah, I'm like, are you gonna be able to?
No, we're coming for our necks.
So you're not actually
yeah,
gonna
because y'all
do
both
shit?
don't do anything.
Because y'all both don't do anything. It's crazy.
Not because I don't, we literally don't use it.
I don't use Snapchat. I use it to record videos and save them because I have no storage, and then I
Same.
go about my way.
So real. It's 2:19.
Thank you, Witty.
Oh,
I'm over here like,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
it took you guys 3 minutes. That little bit there.
not the stage crew or what was
Stage crew.
And enter stage left, Johnny.
I'm crying so bad. I can't. My head hurts.
I lost one of my eyeliner wings while I was napping.
I used to make this face for Romeo. He used to get so scared.
What? I'm scared. Please don't ever do that again.
Don't ever do that shit in my direction.
Bro, because I went to look at it in the mirror, you turned around so quick. Now I'm gonna be seeing that shit in my nightmares. Oh my god, I can see why he was scared. Jesus Christ. Wait, so would you do that to him like on purpose?
Yeah, seriously.
He's like screaming. I mean, do that same shit, bitch. That shit's scary. My cheeks hurt again. Oh, God, I didn't know whether to laugh or cry again. Wait, what did you say?
Me when my cheeks hurt again. God, I miss him.
I'm sweating. I'm gonna pee myself.
Oh, I hope this thing's still recording.
Right? Like, is this even like happening?
Oh
Let
my
me check
fucking
before we
god.
actually do
I'm
an
sweating.
outro. Oh, it says we're out of battery. But it's
Oh,
still recording. Let's just say goodbye, I guess.
okay.
Oh no.
You were like, oh, let's just say goodbye, I guess. You're like saying like that one emoji. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay, bye guys.
We never used our socials.
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Mine's Rachel Anastacia.
And I'm at Janni Ayala on Instagram. My face is so hot
You
right
look like
now.
you got beat up.
Right? I'm
It
like,
is 2:22 a.m.
she neither. So my Alexa calls me. She asked me to ask her to like make fart noises. I was like, okay, Alexa, fart for me.
Oh.
And she's like,
kinky.
here's a wet one.
No, literally.
That's so serious.
Oh my god.
She's like, do you want to hear another one? She's like, here's a loud and grumpy one. I'm like,
She has
loud
very
and grumpy?
descriptive words for that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
She's a
Here's a
little wild.
frumply one.
Right.
I don't even know if she actually said
This
that,
one's a
but-
little gay.
This one's a little gay.
Oh my god.
I don't even know if this shit's still recording.
I don't know, but
Okay.
goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Hope you enjoyed this
we
somewhat.
had a time.
Yeah. The time was had.
The time was had.
We had the time. The time had us.
All right, we love you all. Bye bye.
Love you.
Good night.
Bye. Right, good night.
And good.
Good nighty.